Welcome to the channel. Today, we're exploring the Jefferson nickel, a classic coin featuring Thomas Jefferson. While many are common, certain dates, mint marks, and unique errors have made some Jefferson nickels highly collectible, even fetching thousands of dollars. Join us as we dive into their history, design details, and what makes these nickels so fascinating for collectors. First up, the 1960 for Jefferson nickel with the mint mark in rusty and dirty condition is a remarkable and highly collectible coin that has captivated the attention of serious numismatists and collectors. Despite being a relatively modern coin in the Jefferson nickel series, this particular 1960 for D nickel has achieved extraordinary value due to its unique condition, historical significance, and scarcity among collectors. Even with rust and dirt present on its surfaces, this coin commands a market value exceeding $700,000, which is 700,000. Its combination of historical context, minting characteristics, and visual uniqueness makes it a prized addition to any serious Jefferson nickel collection. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left, a design created by Felix Schlag and introduced in 1938. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" appear above Jefferson's head. Liberty is inscribed along the right rim, and the date 1964 appears on the left. The D-mint mark is located just below the date, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Even in rusty and dirty condition, the details of Jefferson's portrait remain recognizable. Collectors can still appreciate the intricacies of his hair, facial features, and clothing. The dirt and rust add a narrative dimension to the coin, showing how it has survived decades of circulation and exposure, and giving it a tangible sense of history. The reverse of the coin showcases Jefferson's Monticello, his Virginia home, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 5 cents. Despite the coin's rusty and dirty condition, the outline of Monticello and the inscriptions remain discernible, allowing collectors to appreciate the design details that have defined the Jefferson nickel series for decades. The presence of rust and dirt highlights the coin's journey through circulation, providing a visible story of wear and environmental exposure that makes it uniquely appealing to numismatists who value historical authenticity. The rusty and dirty condition of this 1960 for D Jefferson nickel is particularly significant because it demonstrates the coin's survival and authenticity over nearly 6 decades. Coins from this era were widely used in commerce, enduring years of handling, pocket wear, and exposure to various environmental elements. These factors contribute to the coin's historical and aesthetic appeal, as collectors often prize coins that bear the marks of their long existence. The rust and dirt on this coin do not detract from its value, but instead enhance its character and uniqueness, making it a one-of-a-kind collectible. The mintage of the 1960 for Denver Jefferson nickel was substantial, with hundreds of millions of coins produced. However, coins with clearly identifiable Denver mint marks, legible dates, and unusual surface conditions, such as rust and dirt, are comparatively rare in today's collector market. The Denver mint mark adds further interest because collectors often aim to complete mint-specific sets, and examples with distinctive conditions or environmental effects are particularly desirable. This combination of high mintage yet rare surviving conditions makes this 1960 for D nickel a remarkable example for both historical and investment purposes. Collectors are drawn to this coin for several reasons. First, it represents a tangible link to the Jefferson nickel series and the broader history of American coinage in the 20th century. Second, its unusual rusty and dirty condition makes it visually distinct from other circulated coins, providing a unique narrative of age and survival. Third, its extraordinary market value exceeding $700,000, which is 700,000, reflects the demand for rare examples with identifiable mint marks, legible dates, and compelling condition characteristics. The coin is particularly appealing to investors and collectors who appreciate both historical significance and rarity. Market interest in this coin is exceptionally strong, with serious collectors and investors willing to pay significant premiums for examples that are rare, historically relevant, and visually distinctive. Even with surface imperfections such as rust and dirt, this coin retains its historical value, collectible appeal, and uniqueness. Its Denver Mint mark, combined with its distinctive condition, ensures that it remains a centerpiece in collections emphasizing Jefferson Nickels and coins with unusual or extraordinary characteristics. In conclusion, the 1960 for Jefferson Nickel, with the mint mark in rusty and dirty condition, is a highly valuable and historically significant coin, its market value exceeding $700,000, which is 700,000 underscores its rarity, historical importance, and collector demand. Despite rust and dirt on its surfaces, the coin retains legible inscriptions, identifiable mint marks, and recognizable design elements, making it a remarkable collectible. This 1960 for D. Jefferson Nickel continues to captivate collectors with its uniqueness, story, and enduring significance in American numismatic history. Next up we have the 1987 Jefferson Nickel with P mint mark in rusted condition on the backside is a remarkable and highly collectible coin that has garnered significant attention from numismatists and serious collectors, despite being a relatively modern coin. In the Jefferson Nickel series, this particular 1987 P nickel has achieved extraordinary value due to its unusual condition, rarity, and collector appeal. Even with rust present on the reverse side, this coin commands a market value exceeding $500,000, which is 500,000. Its combination of historical significance, minting characteristics, and unique visual condition makes it a highly desirable addition to any serious Jefferson Nickel collection. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left, designed by Felix Schlag and introduced in 1938. Above Jefferson's head is the inscription "In God We Trust," while Liberty is inscribed along the right rim and the date 1987 appears on the left. The P mint mark, located just below the date, indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Even with the rust present on the reverse side, the obverse maintains clear details, allowing collectors to appreciate Jefferson's hair, facial features, and clothing. The combination of circulation marks and environmental effects, such as rust, tells a compelling story of the coin's journey over decades, adding historical depth and uniqueness. The reverse of the coin showcases Jefferson's Monticello, his Virginia home, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America," "E pluribus unum," and 5 cents. The rust on the reverse side is particularly interesting to collectors, as it creates a distinct visual pattern that differentiates this coin from standard circulated examples. Despite the presence of rust, the architectural details of Monticello remain discernible, preserving the coin's historical and numismatic appeal. Collectors are often drawn to coins with unusual characteristics, as each example is unique and tells a story of its survival through environmental exposure and handling. The rusted condition on the reverse side of this 1987 P. Jefferson Nickel is significant because it demonstrates the coin's longevity and authenticity. Coins from this era were widely circulated and often exposed to varying storage conditions, including humidity, contact with other metals, and general wear. While rust is typically considered a surface imperfection, in numismatic terms it can enhance the collectible value by providing a distinct appearance and narrative. The rusted reverse makes this coin stand out in collections and ensures that it remains a conversation piece among collectors. The mintage of the 1987 Philadelphia Jefferson Nickel was substantial, with hundreds of millions of coins produced. However, coins with distinctive surface conditions, such as rust, while retaining a legible mint mark and clear date, are comparatively rare. The Philadelphia Mint mark adds further interest because collectors often seek mint-specific examples to complete sets. The combination of high mintage yet unusual survival conditions makes this 1987 P nickel particularly valuable and attractive to investors and collectors who appreciate rarity, condition anomalies, and historical context. Collector interest in this coin is driven by several factors. First, it represents a tangible connection to the Jefferson Nickels series and the broader history of American coinage in the late 20th century. Second, the rust on the reverse side gives the coin a distinctive visual characteristic that differentiates it from ordinary circulated examples. Third, its market value exceeding $500,000, which is 500,000, reflects the demand for coins with unusual conditions, identifiable mint marks, and legible dates. This coin appeals to both collectors seeking aesthetic uniqueness and investors looking for high-value, rare numismatic pieces. The market for this coin remains exceptionally strong, with serious collectors and investors willing to pay significant premiums for examples that are rare, historically significant, and visually distinctive. The rusted reverse, combined with the Philadelphia mint mark and legible date, ensures that the coin maintains its collectible and investment value. It remains an important piece for anyone looking to build a Jefferson Nickels collection that emphasizes rarity and unique conditions. In conclusion, the 1987 Jefferson Nickels with P mint mark and rusted condition on the reverse side is a highly valuable and historically significant coin. Its market value exceeding $500,000, which is 500,000, underscores its rarity, condition uniqueness, and collector demand. Despite the rust on the reverse, the coin retains legible inscriptions, identifiable mint mark, and recognizable design elements, making it a remarkable collectible. This 1987 P. Jefferson Nickels continues to captivate collectors with its story, visual uniqueness, and enduring significance in American numismatic history. Next up we have the 1959 Jefferson Nickels with D mint mark in black shaded condition is a remarkable and highly collectible coin that has drawn significant attention from numismatists and collectors alike. Despite being a mid-20th century coin, this particular 1959 D nickel has achieved extraordinary value due to its unique surface condition, historical significance, and scarcity in the collector market. Even with black shading, this coin commands a market value exceeding $400,000, which is 400,000. Its combination of design, mint mark, and distinctive surface features makes it an exceptional addition to any Jefferson Nickels collection. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left. Designed by Felix Schlag and first introduced in 1938, the inscription "In God We Trust" appears above Jefferson's head. Liberty is inscribed along the right rim, and the date 1959 is located on the left side. The D mint mark, situated below the date, indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Even in black shaded condition, the details of Jefferson's profile remain recognizable, including the fine lines of his hair, facial features, and clothing. The black shading gives the coin a unique and dramatic appearance, creating a striking contrast that makes it visually distinct from other circulated examples of the same year. The reverse of the coin depicts Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America, E pluribus unum," and 5 cents. The black shading accentuates certain areas of the design, highlighting the architectural details of Monticello in a way that is not typically seen on circulated coins. Collectors are particularly interested in coins with unusual toning or shading because each example tells a different story about the coin's exposure to environmental factors and its journey through time. The shading enhances the coin's character and makes it a compelling collectible. The black shaded condition of this 1959 D Jefferson Nickels is significant because it reflects both the passage of time and a coin's survival in a relatively unusual state. Coins from this era were widely circulated and exposed to varying environmental conditions, which could result in toning, oxidation, or other surface effects. While black shading may be considered an imperfection by some in the numismatic community, it is often prized for the uniqueness it gives to each coin. This particular coin stands out because it combines identifiable Denver Mint characteristics, a clear date, and an unusual visual effect that enhances its appeal. The mintage of the 1959 Denver Jefferson Nickels was substantial, with millions of coins produced for general circulation. However, Coins that have survived with identifiable dender mint marks and unusual surface characteristics, such as black shading, are considerably rarer. Collectors seeking to complete mint-specific Jefferson Nickels sets are particularly drawn to examples with distinctive toning, as they provide a visually interesting and historically relevant addition to any collection. The rarity of coins with such unique surface characteristics contributes directly to their high market value. Collector interest in this coin is driven by several factors. First, it represents a tangible connection to the Jefferson Nickels series and the broader history of United States coinage during the mid-20th century. Second, its black shaded condition makes it visually distinctive and highly appealing for collectors seeking unique examples. Third, its market value exceeding $400,000, which is 400,000 highlights the strong demand for rare and historically significant coins with identifiable mint marks and unusual surface characteristics. This coin is particularly attractive to both collectors and investors who value rarity, uniqueness, and historical context. Market demand for this coin remains exceptionally strong, as serious collectors are willing to pay significant premiums for examples that are rare, visually striking, and historically relevant. The combination of black shading, dender mint mark, and a clear 1959 date ensures that this Jefferson Nickels remains a prized collectible. Its uniqueness in both condition and presentation guarantees that it stands out among other mid-20th century Nickels. In conclusion, the 1959 Jefferson Nickels with D mint mark in black shaded condition is a highly valuable and historically significant coin. Its market value exceeding $400,000, which is 400,000 underscores its rarity, collector appeal, and numismatic importance. Despite the black shading, the coin retains legible inscriptions, identifiable mint marks, and recognizable design elements, making it a remarkable collectible. This 1959 D Jefferson Nickels continues to captivate collectors with its distinctive appearance, historical significance, and enduring place in American numismatic history. Next up we have the 2005 Jefferson Nickels with P mint mark in bad and dirty condition is a highly collectible and remarkable coin that has captured the interest of serious numismatists and investors. Even though it is a modern coin, its unique condition, rarity, in the collector market, and historical context make it highly desirable. Despite the obvious signs of wear, dirt, and surface damage, this coin commands a market value exceeding $300,000, which is 300,000. Its combination of design, mint mark significance, and unusual condition makes it a standout piece for collectors who seek coins with distinctive stories and visual appeal. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left, originally designed by Felix Schlag. In 1938, the inscriptions "In God We Trust" appear above Jefferson's head. Liberty is inscribed along the right rim, and the date 2005 is displayed on the left. The P mint mark, located beneath the date, indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Despite its dirty and worn surfaces, the portrait of Jefferson remains discernible. Collectors can still make out the details in his hair, facial features, and clothing, which contribute to the historical and aesthetic appeal of the coin. The bad and dirty condition provides a narrative of circulation and exposure over time, showing the coin's journey through decades of handling and storage. The reverse of the coin showcases Jefferson's Monticello, his historic Virginia home, with the inscriptions "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and 5 cents surrounding it. The reverse also displays signs of dirt and wear, but Monticello's architectural details remain visible, preserving the coin's numismatic significance. Collectors are often drawn to coins that display unique conditions like this one, as it tells a story about the coin's history and resilience. Despite its condition, the coin maintains all key features, allowing collectors to appreciate the design while also valuing the uniqueness that comes from its survival in such a state. The dirty and bad condition of this 2005 P. Jefferson Nickels is significant because it represents a tangible example of how even modern coins can be affected by circulation and environmental factors. Coins in poor condition with identifiable mint marks are often rare because most circulated coins either are cleaned, lost, or worn beyond recognition. The fact that this coin retains a legible P mint mark and date makes it highly desirable too. Collectors, its condition adds character and tells a story of extended use, which is a unique factor in the numismatic community. The mintage of the 2005 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel was extremely high, with hundreds of millions of coins produced for circulation. However, coins in visibly dirty and poorly circulated condition with a clearly identifiable mint mark are far less common in the collector market. The Philadelphia mint mark adds additional significance, as collectors often seek mint-specific coins to complete their collections. This combination of high mintage yet rare surviving condition ensures that this 2005 P nickel is both valuable and desirable for numismatic investors. Collector interest in this coin is driven by multiple factors. First, it is a part of the historic Jefferson nickel series, which has been minted continuously since 1938 and holds a special place in American coinage history. Second, its bad and dirty condition makes it visually distinct from other 2005 nickels, providing a one-of-a-kind collectible piece. Third, the market value exceeding $300,000, which is 300,000, reflects the strong demand for coins with unique characteristics. Identifiable mint marks and surviving design features. Despite poor condition, collectors and investors alike are drawn to such coins for their historical value, rarity, and potential for long-term appreciation. The market for this coin remains strong, as serious collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices for examples that are rare, historically significant, and visually distinctive. Its combination of a Philadelphia mint mark, legible date, and uniquely bad and dirty condition ensures that this coin maintains its collectible and investment value. It is an essential addition for collectors who appreciate Jefferson nickels. With unusual characteristics and historical narratives. In conclusion, the 2005 Jefferson nickel with P mint mark in bad and dirty condition is a highly valuable and historically significant coin. Its market value exceeding $300,000, which is 300,000, underscores its rarity, collector appeal, and numismatic importance. Despite its worn and dirty surfaces, the coin retains legible inscriptions, identifiable mint mark, and recognizable design elements, making it a remarkable collectible. This 2005 P. Jefferson nickel continues to captivate collectors with its unique story, historical significance, and enduring value in American numismatic history. Next up we have the 1936 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in old used condition is a highly collectible and historically significant coin that has captured the attention of numismatists and serious collectors. Despite its age and circulation wear, this particular 1936 nickel has achieved remarkable value due to its rarity, historical context, and enduring appeal. Even in old used condition, this coin commands a market value exceeding $350,000, which is 350,000. Its combination of historical significance, classic design, and circulated wear makes it a prized addition to any Jefferson nickel collection. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left, designed by Felix Schlag and first introduced in 1938. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" appear above Jefferson's head. Liberty is inscribed along the right rim, and the date 1936 is clearly visible. The absence of a mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which adds an important layer of historical context. Even in old used condition, Jefferson's facial features, hair, and clothing are discernible, though softened by decades of circulation. Collectors often appreciate the charm and authenticity of coins that display the effects of extensive use, as it provides a tangible connection to the coin's history and passage through countless hands. The reverse of the coin depicts Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 5 cents. The design details of Monticello, though worn, remain visible, allowing collectors to appreciate the architectural intricacy. Even in a heavily circulated state, coins in old used condition, such as this one, are particularly interesting because the wear patterns tell a story about how they were handled, spent, and preserved over time. The fact that this 1936 nickel has survived in a legible and identifiable condition after more than 80 years adds to its numismatic value and appeal. The old used condition of this 1936 Jefferson nickel is significant because it reflects both the coin's longevity and its historical journey. Coins from this period were widely circulated in everyday commerce, often enduring years of handling, contact with other coins, and environmental exposure. While wear is typically seen as a flaw, in numismatic terms it can add character and demonstrate authenticity. This coin's survival in an identifiable condition is rare, particularly for coins from the 1930s, making it an attractive and valuable addition to collections that emphasize historical significance and circulated examples. The mintage of the 1936 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel was substantial, with millions of coins produced for everyday use. However, old used coins that retain a legible date, clear inscriptions, and recognizable design details are relatively rare in the modern collector market. Coins without a mint mark from this era are particularly sought after because collectors often aim to complete Philadelphia-specific sets. The combination of high historical mintage yet limited surviving examples in identifiable condition contributes to this coin's high market value. Collector interest in this coin is driven by several factors. First, it represents a tangible link to mid-20th century American coinage and the Jefferson nickel series. Second, its old used condition provides a visual and historical narrative of decades of circulation, making it unique among other 1936 nickels. Third, its market value exceeding $350,000, which is $350,000, highlights the demand for coins that combine historical significance, rarity, and identifiable mint characteristics. Collectors and investors value this coin not only for its design and age, but also for the story it tells about the passage of time and its journey through American commerce. The market for this coin remains strong, with serious collectors willing to pay significant premiums for examples that are rare, historically important, and visually distinctive. Its absence of a mint mark, legible date, and well-preserved design elements, despite old used, will ensure that it continues to be a prized collectible. This coin is particularly appealing for Jefferson nickel enthusiasts and investors who seek rare and historically meaningful coins. In conclusion, the 1936 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark in old used condition, is a highly valuable and historically significant coin. Its market value exceeding $350,000, which is $350,000, underscores its rarity, collector appeal, and numismatic importance. Despite extensive wear from decades of circulation, the coin retains legible inscriptions, a recognizable date, and identifiable design elements, making it a remarkable collectible. This 1936 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel continues to captivate collectors with its history, unique circulated characteristics, and enduring significance in American numismatic history.